Hello, Oksana.
Hi, Heather.
How are you? How are you surviving and thriving in all this
Ah,
isolation?
we actually doing good. Having two kids, I guess, helps you to get through your days and occupy yourself and cherish this time
Yeah,
together. Yeah.
I'm really happy that we're having this chat. You've been doing a lot with tapping, and for
Mhm.
those people who don't know what tapping is and think maybe they have to do a little dance, maybe you can explain
Yes,
what tapping actually is and how it affects the meridians and so on.
okay, so dancing, no, but tapping, yes. And if anybody has ever been to acupuncturist, Uh, it's all very related. The good news, I don't have any needles. You use your fingers to tap on 9 points on your body, basically, not at the same time, in sequence. And those points have been known to um, Eastern medicine for thousands of years. And a little bit of magic or reaction in your body happens when you tap. You actually calm your amygdala in your brain when you press those points with your finger.
Can you talk a bit about the amygdala?
Yes, amygdala is responsible for a fight or flight response. And my guess is many of us are using this amygdala a lot during this time, right? How could we not living this movie unfolding in front of our eyes?
Yes.
And um, and it's good to say, okay, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be centered. And but your amygdala is like, what are you talking about? Listen to the news. Look outside. Look what's going on. And it's just physical way of protecting ourselves. Amygdala is like, oh my God, this is such a stressful situation. Run, do something, save yourself, right? And well, all our authorities are telling us, do not run anywhere, please stay home, right? So it's two like different messages, and um, as a result of amygdala being overacting, cortisol is being created into our body, and cortisol again, it's kind of you're on high alert, and guess what? When cortisol is being secreted, our body shuts down all the known essential functions and just concentrating on preserving itself. It
Right, and it's very
happens
hard on the adrenals and all the other glands as well.
exactly right, and but on this situation, and in my opinion, I'm by no means coronavirus expert, but I know EFT a little bit. For us to preserve our immune system, we have to find that center, we have to find it calm, because when we are in a state of calm, our adrenals actually come down, our cortisol goes down, and our body takes care of non-essential functions such as our immune system, right? Which is very, very essential at this point. We all want our immune system to be as strong as it is.
Right.
And
So,
yeah,
sorry, please continue.
no, and that's what I say, and that's where it
Okay.
comes in, because you can help your immune system, support your immune system by tapping, serve simply by bringing yourself back to center, by
Right.
tapping your calming physically, you're physically calming your amygdala, and when amygdala is calm, it's like, okay, so I've been stressed all this time, but what else can I do instead? Like, how
I
can
should say too, you've been doing tapping sessions every month at Planet Botanix, and you are one of our wonderful practitioners.
Mhm.
I think you're going to be doing them online until this crisis is passed, and we can all get back together as a real community instead of a
Exactly.
virtual one.
Yeah, exactly. I will do it, and I've been doing those tapping circles monthly, and I enjoy them a lot in person. I'm moving online, and I'm thinking of making them actually weekly if there is a need. We'll see if
Awesome.
people are responding. We will have them online. It'll be by donations, because my purpose is really to help as much as we can, and see if we can move something together, because again, two people can be in the same situation, but their perspective and situation changes completely, how what they do, how they react, and where they go.
For sure.
And no matter what situation is, we want to find opportunities in it. There
Yeah.
is always a solution, right? There is always something that we can move, and by just being stressed, it's hard to see those solutions, right? So by physically tapping, we bring forward what else there is inside of us in the situation and what is possible.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So I'm going to show you 9 points. And today, really, I would love to give you a little morning routine because, you know, even if you're home, it still seems it's beneficial to have a routine. And we set ourselves up in the morning for the day. And actually, this tapping, I did see it first on Tapping Summit, and I started applying it myself, and I was like, oh, this is really working. And a little example of what we're going to do, I'm going to give you an example of, you know, if day starts just like with a bang and you just run around. If you compare yourself to a pilot that, you know, woke up late and runs to his plane and just comes in and said, oh, passengers, you're going to skip all the safety procedures, just let's fly. Other passengers will be like, no, it's okay, let's be late, let's take this time, right? So instead of just waking up and turning on into media and what happened today and, you know, what other very hard things that are going on in the world are happening, what if we turn first inside and just tune ourselves first in, and then maybe we can fly safely over whatever else is they doing, and we kind of have this intention, right? And I believe in intention, but what I love about tapping, when you tap and set intention, you actually physically programming your body for to really think whatever is bothering you, whatever is hindering you, and moving towards something new. Okay, what we're gonna do, and the setup could be really small, really short. It could be like literally this morning I did it in bed for like 4 minutes. You know, I'm gonna show you the tapping points. Okay, I'm just gonna talk to you a little bit about tapping, and then we'll do the sequence. And it should be pretty short. There is 9 points that I'm gonna show you. Some of you might know, some of you would not. First one is right here, is karate chop point. And if you had to karate chop a brick, you know, in karate movies, yeah, there would be here, right here between your pinky and you. And you tap with your other hand on this point. And you don't tap very hard, you don't tap very softly. You feel it, but you're not hurting yourself, okay? You can do on the right, on the left hand. It doesn't really matter. Meridians that you're tapping on run parallel in our body, so we're good, okay? And I also want to say that tapping is very forgiving. Don't stress yourself about it. And when we're going to see we're going to be saying some words, please talk as if you're talking to your best friend, right? There is no way to tap yourself into trouble, only out of trouble. Okay? So
yeah, self-talk is so important, right?
So important.
Messages.
I may add gentle self-talk, right?
Yes, gentle, yes.
Gentle self-talk. The second point is on top of your head. And if you go from ear to ear and from nose to nose, those 2 lines will intersect in the middle. And that's where we go. Third point is your eyebrows, under your eyebrows. And here you can do it with both of your hands. Not hands, fingers. Index fingers. And then corner of your eye. And again, there's like a little bone right here. That's another point. And I invite you to do it with us as we're showing it, because let's try it. Just play with yourself today.
The great thing is you can do it in the privacy of your own home. You don't have to feel silly.
Oh, the isolation is really good. Yeah. And next one is under your eyes. Again, there's a little bone right here. Oh yeah, and since you're touching our face, please do wash your hands before you do this. Okay.
20 seconds.
Okay.
Soapy water.
Exactly. And then under your nose, and your chin point right in the middle. And don't remember, don't be afraid, you don't have to remember it. I just want to give you an overview and we'll do it together. And then next point, if you see there's a little indent right here, you go about 3 inches lower, not 3 inches, yes, 3 inches. And to the right or to the left, also an inch. Not as far, as a little bit closer. You can do it with one hand, actually, you can touch both points. Can you see?
Near your thymus?
Yeah,
okay,
thymus,
that's
exactly.
good. That's good.
Exactly. And last point is under your armpit. And it's about 3 inches where your brow would be. And if you want to challenge yourself and give yourself a hug, why not? You go to the side, and crossing energies is amazing for everybody. This is all the points, okay? As we're going to be tapping, before I start tapping, I always, and there's other points that I can want to show you, just balancing out energy just at the end of your fingers. So when I'm tapping, leading a tapping circle, I always kind of gently tap on my fingers, and what it does, it starts balancing energy. And there's another point right here between your pinky and your ring finger. Yeah, there is a point between those two as well. And we always, very often as we're growing up, kids would choose their nails, right? And we're like, don't chew your nails. Truth is, somewhere inside we know those are points that are calming us down. So this is a way of calming.
Oh, wow. That's so
Yeah.
interesting.
So that's how. So this is just like your beginning points.
Okay.
So usually before I start tapping, I always check with myself, how am I feeling? And maybe I'm feeling tired, or maybe I'm feeling scared, or maybe I'm feeling fed up, and maybe bored. Whatever you're feeling, there's no, and maybe I'm feeling scared because of financially. It's scary time to be, especially for those of us who are working for ourselves, right?
Yes.
And whatever you're feeling, there is no wrong way. And I give myself on a scale from 0 to 10, how strong am I feeling? Okay. And so 0 being I'm not feeling anything, and 10 like I'm on top, right? And so this is, for example, you're doing it in the morning, and maybe you're feeling anxious, right? So I would see how anxious I'm feeling, and I look at myself now. Maybe I feel 3 of anxiousness, and then I'll ask myself, how would I like to feel, and what would I want to do with my day? And I have to say, this week has been a little bit challenging. I'm somebody who wakes up really early, does a lot, then takes care of my kids, and I've been sleeping in until 8:30. So I would like to change that, because I know that's my productive time. I know. So this morning I was tapping and being energized and focused, right? Instead of this anxiety, how can I get to a place, because I'm energized and focused, I can change things. I can work on my projects. I can maybe be more present with my kids, right? Instead of doing 30 things at the same time and being pulled in different directions.
Right.
So I was really tapping on structure. So when we start, we always acknowledge what I'm feeling now. So this is an anxiety, and maybe a little bit like, at this point with me, maybe a little bit disappointed with myself. I'm like, what have you been doing with your time, right? So I will start by that. And we always start on gratitude point, and we acknowledge what is. And there is one phrase that you will always start your EFT with, and you can play with it further on. But in the beginning, I suggest just doing it, straightforward. I would say, even though, yeah, thank you for being my echo. I am feeling this anxiety.
I'm feeling this anxiety.
I choose to love.
I choose to love
And accept myself.
and accept myself.
And everything that's going on.
And everything that's going on.
Even though it's been an interesting time in my life.
It's an interesting time in my life.
And maybe I've been judging myself.
Maybe I've been judging myself.
For not doing my isolation perfectly.
I'm not doing my isolation perfectly.
I'm being perfectly productive.
I've been perfectly productive.
I choose to love myself.
I choose to love myself.
And accept myself.
Accept myself.
And to open my mind to what is possible.
And to open my mind to what is possible. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Even though this situation has been unprecedented.
Sorry, I missed that.
This situation.
Oh, this situation has been unprecedented.
I choose to trust.
I choose to trust.
There is a solution.
There's a solution.
And that we will work it out.
And it will work it out.
And stepping into your trust, it's a big one. It's a big one. Yeah, you don't have to repeat. I'm just saying it's a big one to kind of process it and to see what's possible. Because it's possible also that you're like disappointed, maybe pissed. Maybe you had vacation planned. Maybe you have big plans for your work, and everything is just a sense of powerlessness, right?
Yes.
And trusting that you'll come out on the other end is a big one, right? So whatever you trust in this universe, thank them that this is resolved.
Right.
That we come on the other hand, and maybe we'll come into a better world, right?
Certainly going to be a different world, yeah.
Who knows what's possible?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go on top of your head. And when we tap, it's important also to know where you're feeling. So if I'm tapping this anxiety, I would say, oh, this anxiety in my stomach, because that's where I'm feeling it. So yeah, or you can echo me, or you can put whatever works for you.
Yeah, like Oh, I've been feeling it in my teeth. I've been clenching my jaw.
Okay, so
So I
we
would
can tell.
say the stress I feel in my jaw.
I feel the stress in my jaw.
I feel the stress in my jaw.
I've been clenching my jaw.
I've been clenching my jaw.
Okay, the stress that lives in my jaw.
The stress I put on my jaw.
Okay. And then we'll always ask ourselves, is there a way to release the stress?
Is there a way to remove this stress?
And let's go right here to end of your eyebrows. And what do you usually do, Heather, to release your stress?
I try to come back to center. I try to focus on what I can do that's within my power because it is about personal power, right?
Yep, absolutely. Okay, let's go.
So these videos, for example,
Okay.
are teaching me a lot.
Okay, then let's go then at the corner of your eyes, and we can say, I am finding my personal power.
I'm finding my personal power.
I still have some power.
I still have some power.
I decide what I do with my day.
I decide what I do with my day.
I decide what I do with technology that's in my hands.
I decide what I do with technology in my hands.
I decide what people I connect with.
I decide what people I connect with.
I decide how much news do I watch daily.
Ha, that's a good one. I decide how much news I'm going to watch daily.
In my life, there's few people who watch a lot of news.
Yes.
And it's very, very hard on them.
It's terrible. It's truly terrible. Yeah.
Right. So again, it's up to you to ration it to yourself and find something else to do. And
Yeah.
it's so addictive. Like I've been to yeah, but it's if our job is to keep ourselves safe and healthy, maybe there's other things that we can do that watch the news, right?
Yes.
Because as we mentioned in the beginning, cortisol goes up. And then our immune system stops functioning the way it's supposed to, right? So it's harming ourselves and be a part of this big effort that's going on, right? So, and as my teacher always say, we're all one.
Yes.
So it's almost our personal and social duty to take care of ourselves. Oh, self-care all of a sudden is on top of the list.
Of course.
Didn't we all want it for the longest time, right? And this time, we maybe have time now to do that.
Yes.
Which is right, which is a huge gift. How are we going to use it? Right? So let's go under your eye and say, and again, there is like a bone right here, and say, thank you for this time.
Thank you for this time.
That I do have.
That I do have.
Maybe to reflect.
Maybe to reflect.
Maybe to start something new.
Maybe to start something new.
Maybe to cross off few things off my to-do list.
Maybe cross things off my to-do list.
And I just wanted to mention, I'm inviting everybody who's listening to repeat after us. And if better words come to you, go with it. If our words are good for you, just do it. Let's do it. And when we tap, very often, almost every time, I notice that a certain clarity comes. Some of this clarity comes, just listen to it. Listen to ideas that come to you. Listening to, whatever you hear. Just listen to yourself, right? Because it's,
that inner voice, yes.
Yeah, we're not so used to listening to it. But tapping is such a good tool to listening to it. Let's go right here. And at this point, you can actually choose how would you like your day to pass. Like, what would you like your day to be like, ideally?
Well, given the weather right now, it's kind of rainy and miserable. I'd like to have a productive day.
Okay. So what's a productive day for you is like?
Well, it means I have to clean, and I hate cleaning.
Okay. So we can just like opposite. I have to clean and I hate cleaning.
I have to clean and I hate cleaning.
Okay, so cleaning is not my favorite thing.
Cleaning is not my favorite thing.
And again, like as we're reflecting, we can just say to ourselves, how can I bribe myself to clean?
Yeah.
So what kind
myself to clean?
Okay, what kind of reward I can have after I clean? What do I love to do? Maybe
I will light a fire in the fireplace.
Oh,
and read a book.
and read a book.
Mhm.
Does music help you clean it anyways? Sometimes?
Sometimes.
Okay, it's one of my little tricks. Blast the music.
Good idea.
Do whatever we can. Okay, so we can say, how can I make it more? How can I make it more pleasurable? Pleasurable. How can I make it lighter? This cleaning.
How can I have more fun when I clean?
Ooh, it's how can I have more fun when I clean? How can I make it fun?
Mhm. How can I make it more fun?
And again, as I mentioned, I think I mentioned the most important thing, and maybe I didn't mention it yet. It's still to be gentle with yourself. Now we go to our
Right.
so no matter what, tapping, no tapping, we want to be gentle with ourselves, and
Right.
it's not an unusual situation. And even during the day, you don't do everything you've planned. It's okay to say, I've done my best. Tomorrow
Yes.
is another day.
Yes.
So I will do what I can.
I will do what I can.
And I will be gentle with myself.
And I'll be gentle with myself.
And if we go right here, we can, maybe we can, and again, this works very well for me for intention for the day. When I'm here, I would say, I would like to be focused.
I would like to focus.
I would love to be energized.
I would like to be energized.
To achieve what I need to.
To achieve what I need to.
And not to accept what hasn't been achieved yet.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
And to accept.
And to accept what I haven't achieved yet.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I'm doing my best.
I'm doing my best.
And I'm finding my center.
And I'm finding my center.
And I'm finding times during my day to smile.
And I'm finding times during my day to smile.
And maybe to reflect. And and it's possible. Like there are so many situations, so many people out there with so many hardships and problems. And sometimes just reflecting on what you've achieved in your life.
Yeah.
What hurdles have you been through? What problems have you solved? Will give you maybe a little bit of assurance
and perspective, right?
Perspective that this too shall pass.
Yeah.
You solved other things. We don't know what world we're gonna come in after this is over. We don't know. It's just a trust, right?
Yeah.
You found a way to land on your feet before. You've been fed until now. You've had some kind of shelter. There is no reason this is not going to continue.
Right.
So just some trust. You reach for that trust and that perspective and just say, thank you for everything that I have now. Right?
Thank you for everything I have now. Yes.
Gratitude is so huge, 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 huge.
Yes, it is.
Like it always is. And now it's huge, right?
Yes.
Some people in India don't have the choice of self-isolation because they don't have enough money to survive.
That's right.
So we have this privilege.
Yes.
Right. So we already better than 95% of the world.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So reaching this place, hey.
Yeah.
And the pleasure of spending time with yourself, enjoy yourself. Yeah. So I said I'll choose to enjoy myself today.
Yeah, I choose to enjoy myself today.
For those people who are living alone, I choose to enjoy my own company.
Yeah, we're very lucky actually. When you start to count your blessings, we're extremely lucky. We have a lot of space. We're coming into spring, not winter.
Yes. Yes. And for all of us, like maybe you've always wanted to try gardening and you're an accountant and been so busy in spring. Hey, here's your chance maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Things that you always wanted to do.
That's right.
Let's go here. Under your arm and just say, I choose.
I choose.
To find, to make the right choices for myself.
To make the right choices for myself.
Today.
Today.
Was my time.
It's my time.
And I also choose.
And I also choose.
Not to beat myself up.
Not to beat myself up.
If something doesn't go the way it's supposed to.
If something doesn't go the way it's supposed to.
Good enough.
I'm good enough.
I'm good enough.
I'm good enough.
I don't have to be perfect.
I don't have to be perfect.
Okay, and I'm gonna ask you to put your hand on your heart. Take a deep, deep breath in. And And take a drink. What I forgot to mention, because
Water.
you see, I'm imperfect. It's very good to drink water before, after, during tapping, because
Yes,
the meridians are, they rely on us being hydrated to
yes,
the block, to work, to pass energy. So please do drink before tapping, during the day, because drinking during the situation is really good for us as well.
for sure,
2 in 1. Here we
for
go.
sure. So I will post this, and if you have information about the tapping circles, how you're going to present them and stuff, I'll put it there as well.
Absolutely.
And
Sounds
it's great
good.
to see you.
So good to see you, Heather. Take care of yourself,
Thank you, you too,
and we'll go and get through this.
for sure.
Yeah,